Hey guys, Cruxel. Here's a no bullshit guide to surfing in CSGO. In case you guys missed it, I did make a no BS guide to B-hop, which goes over some beginner movement tips that I kind of glaze over in this video in hopes of not repeating myself. So if you don't know the basics of movement, make sure to check that out first. But like I said, today we're going to be going over surf, which is a huge subculture and minigame in CSGO and a lot of fun, but a lot of you guys don't know how to jump into it quite yet. So I'm going to go over the settings first of all, and it's the things that you need to be setting up before if you go into an offline server in order to ensure that you're able to surf perfectly and not have the main game settings which don't allow you to surf at all. So you want to automatically go on and turn on SV_cheats and make sure that you have your SV_accelerate set to 10. That's just your acceleration when you're walking, and change your SV_air accelerate to at least 400 to start out. 400 is what they consider easy according to Toby's CS, which is where I got these figures from, and you could change that value to make it harder or easier depending on what you want to do. But I would say for sure start out with 400, as that should give you a lot of leeway in the air and allow you to get speed and maintain it a little bit easier. So when it comes to surf maps, there are actually tiers, which is the difficulty. So you have tier 1s, tier 2s, which is the map I'm going to show you guys is a tier 2, and then all the way up to tier 6, which are pretty insane, and those are ones you're not going to be quite touching right away. Stick to tier 1s and 2s for the beginning. So like I said, the map we're doing is currently a tier 2. I think it's very easy, and it's a great one to learn on. It's what me and all my friends learned on. It's called surf_rookie, and you can find this in the server browser easily. Just make sure you type in rookie, and you should be able to find a 24/7 rookie server, or at least one that's playing it currently, and make sure you get one with low latency, of course, to help better your odds of learning easier. So there's two types of surf maps out there. There's ones where you just go continuously through a whole course, and there's ones where there's stages or sections. This one has 18 stages to it, and it's a great one to learn because it starts off pretty easy and gets progressively harder. So first things first, you guys want to make sure that you're never holding W. That is the biggest mistake people get. They think, oh, W is forward, so I should be moving forward if I press W. No, that's not the answer. Also, obviously, don't press S because that's going to stop you completely from moving, and I don't know why you would think to do that, to slow down maybe, but it just does not work. So the way that surfing works at its core is you have to hold on to the correct button while sliding on the slope. So you're holding on to the opposite button that the slope is angled towards. The way that I kind of visualize it is I think, okay, if I were to be on this slope, what button would I need to press to either maintain my height or climb upwards? So if you're on the right side, that would mean you're holding A, and if you're on the left side of the slope, you're holding D. You're not holding the one that would make you slide down the slope. That just doesn't make sense. So make sure you're doing that, and you have the base way to at least stay on the ramp down. So now we're at least able to hang on to the ramp and stay up on it, but we don't really have any way of getting speed. So I'm going to show you how to now. So what you need to be doing to get speed is aiming your camera. So the way that your mouse is facing is kind of dictating where you head as long as you're holding that button down. So as you can see here, when I start dipping down, it gets me speed, and that's how you get it on these ramps. You hold A or D and you scoop downwards and kind of make a curving motion on each surface you get if you want to gain speed. Stage 1 isn't the best for this, but stage 2 is actually full of two just wide ramps that are perfect for practicing. So as you can see, I'm dipping down to the very bottom, kind of coasting along the bottom, and then rising up at the end in order to jump up. That's how you're going to maintain speed, is coasting at the very bottom of the ramp. So I'm going to put it in slow motion here, and you can see that I dip downwards, kind of ride along the end, and even my mouse out when I hit the bottom of the ramp, and then at the very end scoop up smoothly. The main reason that people don't keep speed is because they are not smooth when doing surf. You want to have a very large mouse pad, or turn your sensitivity down as low as you possibly can without running out of room on your mouse pad in order to maintain smoothness and keep your speed up. So now on to stage 3, I'm not going to go through each stage here, but stage 3 is very important because it teaches you how to kind of coast along the bottom of the ramp, because either you fall into the water or you hit your head on this little gateway if you don't go low enough. So the way that I helped learn how to get down to the very bottom and then coast is I thought, okay, my camera is directly above my feet. So as long as I even my mouse out when my camera is about to fall off the ramp, that means that I'm going to stay on. So as you can see here, you'll be able to pass under the gate, and you don't have to do this loop. I was just dicking around on the server for footage, but you can see it's something that you get very naturally. The next stage also forces you to learn turns, which is where you basically just turn your camera, and what I do is I hit the opposite button. So here I'm hitting A to hold on to the right side of the wall, and then I turn right by hitting D and then A immediately again. So when you're turning, you want to do an air strafe basically, and that's where you hold the same button and turn the same way. A lot of people think that you're supposed to be wiggling up and down, and that'll get you more speed, but that actually slows you down quite a bit, and it's a common misconception with new surfers. Make sure you're just gliding down the ramp gradually, coasting along the bottom, and scooping up at the very end very softly. And that's how you're going to get the speed. And skipping forward a couple stages, there's actually another one with this exact same 2-ramp setup, but then you have to turn a corner and get enough speed. And this is one where you really have to be smooth, or else you're not going to have enough speed to turn that corner. So make sure you're practicing just having smooth, calm mouse movements and making big swooshes on the ramp. Air strafes are very important as well, which is something I covered in my no BS B-hop like I said. It may not be necessary on certain stages, but on other ones it can allow you to get some pretty big skips in with that extra speed. As well as a lot of spirals in these maps, which is where you're dropping down and having to turn smoothly. And as you can see here, I still made this, but I was very choppy with it, which killed a lot of speed and means maybe I should turn my sensitivity up a little bit in fear of not going off of my mouse pad. So that does it for the basic surf tips, guys. Each map is different and you do not have to do Surf Rookie for your first time. That's just the one I know best and the one that I learned on, as well as most of my friends that I showed surfing to. It's a lot of fun and it's a great challenge. It's actually a tier 2 map, like I said. So if you complete it, you can tell all your friends that you completed a tier 2 before a tier 1, which is pretty cool. It is considered to be harder than a lot of the starter maps. Near the end, it does get pretty tough. But keep your head up, guys. It is very easy to learn surfing once you have the basics laid out and can wrap your head around how it works, which hopefully I've laid out for you clearly in this video. With that being said, let me know if you guys would like a full run through and tutorial of Surf Rookie or even other surf maps that are kind of beginner friendly, because I wish there were those that existed when I was starting surfing, and I think it's something I could do pretty well. Sorry for the longer video, it's just a lot of information I wanted to give to you guys. Hopefully you guys learn a bit about surfing and you can go and have fun with it. Thanks for watching.